calls the Greenwood Leflore Consolidated School District Special Call Meeting to order November 17, 2021, 4:00 p.m. Could we please bow our heads for a moment of silent prayer? Amen. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
It has been motioned and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Dr. Pulley.
Good afternoon. 3.1, approval to publish and pay for attorney ad.
Board members, if you could just look at your packet. This is just what we do from our annual calendar when we evaluate our attorney and when we also publish and pay for an ad to run prior to. Do you have any questions, board members? This is just what we do on our annual calendar. Any questions, board members?
I don't have any.
Dr. Pulley.
The GLCSD Board of Trustees is requesting permission to publish and pay the cost of advertising an attorney ad in the Greenwood Commonwealth.
Chair will entertain a motion for permission to publish and pay the cost of advertising an attorney ad in the Greenwood Commonwealth.
Second.
It has been motioned and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Let the record show that Dr. Moore voting nay and Dr. Bailey was not present to vote. Or are you going to cast a vote?
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem for we're voting to advertise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Can I make a comment?
Go ahead.
Based upon information that was provided in these documents,
Yes.
can we look at it, or whatever which the board is about the bid piece,
When you say looking at the bid piece,
where the attorneys would submit whatever their bids are
Uh-huh.
for services, I assume.
Right. Right.
Like, I know that's something we would not do per se. And then the board would determine which attorney they would prefer to go with. I don't think it's anything, Attorney Pulley correct me, that says you have to go with the lowest bid, but I just saw that.
no, sir, but that's when they come before the board, we ask them those questions. It's at that time, it's at our discretion when they come before the board to ask anything on their resume, any question that you have, at that time is the correct time to ask them.
But that would, again.
But you're asking for them to submit,
Right, because it appears that they're submitting sealed bids according to what's in here, what I saw. So it would be, just say for instance, Rashawn Bailey would charge a $1,200 retainer. This Samantha Mills may charge a $1,400 retainer.
mhm.
The board would not be aware of those submissions until they open the bids and select.
Yeah, but that's not, I don't know, that's not how we do it, but we've
Right,
never done that.
We've never done it, but that's what was in here, and I was asking.
Okay, so,
That's all.
okay, can you show me what page?
Page six.
I'm aware.
This is page
Yeah,
six,
so
number
here.
six.
These are some examples on page 8.
Which one is it that,
And again, Madam President, if it's, not the wishes of the board, that's perfectly fine. I just thought that was interesting as it was included in the package.
okay, but on our paperwork, that's not what it says though, Ms. Flowers, is it? Exactly. So, see, that's what we're doing. Could you give it to me so I can read it so that the board can know what we're asking? Because that's not a part of what we're submitting to the Commonwealth. This is just a guide from MSBA to guide us but this is exactly what our ad says. Greenwood Leflore Consolidated School District School Board Attorney Legal Services. The Greenwood Leflore Board of Education is now accepting resumes for School Board Attorney Legal Services. To apply, please submit or mail your resume to Greenwood Leflore Board of Education, 1901 Highway 82, P.O. Box 1497, Greenwood, Mississippi 38930. The deadline to submit resumes is December 16, 2021. If you have any questions or need more information, please call 662-644-0682, and it provides a link. So that's the only thing we'll be asking for, and when they come before us, the only thing they will be submitting is a resume, and it's at our discretion to ask any questions at that time.
And again, I support that. My question again is to the board, does the board have a desire or interest in following the recommendation of MSBA?
So you're trying to see if we could get them to,
Right, I mean, if it's the desire
Oh,
of the
okay.
board, it may not be the desire of the board. I was just asking because I thought there was interest.
board members? Because if so, we need to know now, because Ms. Flowers is getting ready to submit this to the Commonwealth. On page 6, where it says, what you say is numbers, page 6, number what? Number 6? The retainer? Okay, board members, would you like to submit this as well?
I don't have a problem with it because there again, it's still our decision in the end. So I mean, it's just additional information.
Okay, Ms. Flowers, if you could take a look at page 6, and number 6, and include, the retainer statement. So Dr. Pulley, if we could just add, with the, updated information, including the retainer information. Just including retainer. Or including a retainer amount.
Keep in mind, board members, Madam President.
Who you talking about?
Madam President, may I? Keep in mind, board members, these are just interview questions. So, I mean, and that is if we want to interview. So, in my mind, it's my understanding that, this is MSBA's guide, just in case we want to do the, in my mind, interview selection process. So, it's at the discretion of the board, but just a note.
Chair will entertain a motion requesting permission to publish and pay the cost of advertising an attorney ad in the Greenwood Commonwealth, including a retainer amount.
So moved.
It has been motioned and second. All in favor? Any opposed?
Nay.
Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Let the record show. Dr. Kalanya Moore voting nay. Dr. Pulley.
3.2, Board Policy GBRIA, Family and Medical Leave Act.
Go ahead, Attorney Pulley. Is there,
It's on the back.
board members, policy GBRIA, I'm sorry. This was the, part of it is the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, and about or approximately every 3 months, the board has reconsidered, I think all of 2021, extended this policy, and what is before you is just an extension from October 31st, 2021 is when this COVID leave expired, and so this is just a proposed policy to extend that period until February.
Board member, it is my opinion that we should support our teachers. As I've said before, this is, I'm just gonna say, an act of God, that they are not in control of the coronavirus. So I think we should support our teachers and allow them the time that is allotted if they are diagnosed with coronavirus.
Question, Madam President.
Go ahead, Dr. Moore.
Attorney Pulley, is this for, okay, so this one is for employees?
This COVID leave is for employees, that's right.
Okay.
And just for a point of clarity, it does take into account that no employee can use this leave twice. I believe it's 80 hours, which is roughly 2 weeks or 10 days. And after that person has exhausted that leave before, it is not anticipated in this policy that if they were to get it again, that they would be able to seek this relief again.
Okay, I have another question, Madam President.
Yes.
How many more extensions? How many, this will be our second extension or our third extension?
I haven't counted, but it's probably at least 3.
Okay, so how many more times can we extend this particular, policy to our employees?
The board is in a position to extend this as long as it needs to. The governor has issued a statement that the governor's state of emergency will cease to exist or will stop on November 20th of this year.
Madam President?
Go ahead, Dr. Wade.
Like you, I'm in support of this. However, instead of going into February, I would support going through the end of this year, December 31st. But again, that's just my opinion.
Is that a policy for the, to extend it to the third or end of February?
It's usually every 3 months.
And this is not something that you will find anywhere. The board initially extended it for 3 months, and to stay consistent with what it had been doing, it just continued to do it every 3 months. And so this February that you see here is just a date that I plugged in to allow you all to discuss it.
And the purpose of him doing the 3 months, so we don't have to keep coming back to the table. Because if you are looking at the news, it is stated that the numbers are predicted to go right back up again. So we won't have to keep coming back doing the same thing. That's why he had been giving us a grace period of 3 months. But it's your pleasure, board. And please excuse me for continuing to say teachers, because this is for all employees. If no other discussion, Dr.
I do
Cook.
have a question.
Go ahead, Ms.
Dr. Pulley, so do we know for certain that we are in guidelines with employees not being able to use this but one time? Do we have anyone that has been out 2 to 3 times with COVID?
I could not readily speak to that right now, but we could definitely
Okay.
find out the information and get back to you.
Okay.
But board members, if you go back and look at your paperwork that they provide for us every month, the teachers and the students out with COVID, you'll see there's not an alarming amount of people that have really been out with COVID. You know, we get those every month, stating the teachers that are out and the students that are out. So, in my opinion, it does not look like it's abusive at all. That's my opinion. Dr. Cook.
The Greenwood Leflore Consolidated School District Board of Trustees is requesting to suspend board policy BDC, board policy adoption, in order to immediately approve the revision of board policy GBRIA, Family and Medical Leave Act.
Chair will entertain a motion to suspend board policy BDC, board policy adoption, in order to immediately approve the revision of board policy GBRIA, Family and Medical Leave Act. It has been moved and second. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Dr. Pulley.
3.3, incentives for vaccination with ESSER funds.
So, with this, Dr. Pulley, I know it says, vaccination incentives for the, employees, but, earlier this year, Dr. Moore suggested that we do the same for students. And, are you still with that same opinion, Dr. Moore?
Yes, I have been trying to keep up with, all of the new headline news and, events concerning children and vaccinations. And it seems as though that if I'm not mistaken, vaccinations are, either ready now or will be ready this month. I think it's this month. So, whatever we can do to assist parents while the vaccination is at no cost to our parents in the district, whatever we can do to assist those parents with children that are of age to receive the vaccination, they're vaccinated, as infants, and then they'll have a vaccination schedule. And in my opinion, I think the, nation is moving toward having this particular vaccination, in the schedule of vaccinations, I just think that it would assist parents and protect children, those who can, and it's not, it doesn't affect them in any, it doesn't have any, doesn't go against their belief. So whoever, is, seeking assistance and support, while it is no cost.
So, board members, would you all like to discuss, incentive amounts, and just leave it open for tonight and continue the discussion until we come back to our board meeting, on Tuesday?
I would agree to that.
Like a dollar amount?
A dollar amount?
Okay, so can we use other incentives for children,
Uh,
other tokens?
No, I thought she meant how much we would be talking about.
yeah, I'm saying dollar amount.
Okay.
I just would like to think about it and what the board would do, or what we say. That's just-
And so, Attorney Pulley and, Dr. Pulley, so we will be using those ESSER 3 funds?
Yes, ma'am. Also, what we can do, is to review the policy as it relates to that and review, ESSER applications we have submitted, and it would, require us to, submit an, amendment to that. But it will give us an opportunity to see, to look at the available funds to see, and then be able to get to you to know exactly what we're looking at.
So we'll hold off. Go ahead, Dr. Bailey.
And Madam President, if it's pleasing the board, I would defer to the administration or the leadership to make a recommendation to the board as to what they may feel would be an appropriate amount, because they would have firsthand knowledge of what that budget looks like. Also, I would like to know from Attorney Pulley, I support what Dr. Moore is saying in regards to the children. Is this something that we can do?
Meaning, is it legal? Yes, this Mississippi Department of Education has stated that these funds can be used for incentivizing employees, students, parents, members of households. For vaccinations, it did state that the district would have to be prepared to document what is considered a reasonable amount, that other states indicated that they had given amounts to that range from $100 to $1,000.
Okay. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Attorney.
Okay, so, board members, are you, comfortable and in agreement, as Dr. Bailey said, with, the administration making, a recommendation to the board, correct? All right, so Dr. Fuller, we will, yes.
I just wanted to make one statement. I thought it was a great, piece of information where it says, looking at what other states utilize, to provide incentives. I do want us to kind of take a look to see, what other states are doing so that we can be in congruence, not too far out in the ballpark.
What page is that on?
Board members, and I do know that other districts across the state have already approved this, and can find out exactly, and it may not matter how much they provided, because everybody's financial situation is different, but you could take a look at some neighboring school districts to see what maybe they incentivize employees with.
Thank you, Attorney Fuller. So this, item on the agenda, we will not be voting on tonight. We're, gonna defer to the administration. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. It has been motioned and second. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Consider yourselves dismissed with our work session coming up at 4:30. Thank you.